Go and grab your Bewear merchandise today. There are t-shirts, sweatshirts, phone cases, and more, all with the link down in the description below. You do not want to miss out. What's up, guys? It's Carson back here on Toxic Gaming today with the week 11 of the PPL. Going up against K to the 2, aka Kyle of the Harlem Gloomtrotters. A good friend of mine and everything. Check out his links as well down below to his sides of the battle and his team builder and stuff as well. But before I get into this, if you want to see the team builder and see in-depth of our team, go click the little eye icon in the top corner so you can go see that and everything else. Quick recap for those of you who don't want to go and see the full team builder. We're doing a Scarf Decidui this week. We're doing Sunny Day Solar Beam Zard X. We're doing Banded Stuffle, Z Focus Punch with Power Up Punch Sneasel, Wish Protect Toxic, Mono Fairy attacking Gardevoir, and then Specs Garbodor, just because why not? But we see Kyle did bring his Stunfisk, Toxapex, Hydreigon, Keldeo, Aerodactyl, and Victini. I expected Victini, Hydreigon, Keldeo, because like that's his 3 staple powerhouse mons. Like it's hard to check all 3 of those. But I expected also, instead of Stunfisk, I expected maybe the Buissy that he has, and have him have like the defensive core of Buissy and Toxapex, and then Aerodactyl as his fast rocker. But as it looks like on his team, it looks like maybe Stunfisk is more the rocker, Aerodactyl is maybe a more wall-breaking set, and he just brought a lot of power with Toxapex as his main wall. But without any further ado, we'll just get right on into the battle. Okay, guys, we're getting right on into the battle here with Kyle being challenged by us. So from the other screen, we're actually going to lead Decidui, because I figured U-Turner, Scarf could do some good things as a lead. Basic standard lead for me. And then he goes right with his Stunfisk, guessing again, because he led Stunfisk, that it would be a Rocks lead, but that he might save this. So I went right for Leaf Blade just to kill what was in front of me, and get damage on whatever he would switch in. And we almost killed Stunfisk with 1 Leaf Blade, but we get Static Parried fucking turn 1, which is amazing! Yay! But he actually does get his Stealth Rocks up as well. So his Stunfisk kind of did its main job now of getting rocks up. It's lived the super effective Leaf Blade. But now I kind of expected him to maybe switch out into something, so I decided to switch out myself. I guessed Toxapex, so I was going to go into Gardevoir here and scare him, even though I can't really touch Toxapex, and I know this. He may not know this, and he may not know exactly how, if I'm Specs Gardevoir, if I'm some weird physical Gardevoir while he's special with defensive Toxapex, something weird like that. But he actually does go out right into the Toxapex, as I expected. And here I kind of made like a bit of a ballsy play. I kind of guessed that he would switch out again, not wanting to let Toxapex take too much damage early on. So I decided to set up a Wish to be able to pass into something else. And he actually goes right for the Toxic, decides to stay in, and probably could have lived 1 Psychic or Psyshock on his end since he knows the set. And he could have lived 1 and then Toxic to me anyway. So he decided to do that, which was a good play on his part. At this point, I kind of didn't know exactly what to do with this Toxapex here, and I didn't really want to stay in and just get Toxic stalled by this. So I decided to try to play a little bit offensive. I switched out here going into Zard X, getting him in early, getting the Wish back for his health. I could probably take any poison move this thing wanted to do to me, and he actually decides to recover, so I don't take any damage at all. But I take the Rocks damage and get the Wish back to get myself to full health, and I can actually Mega Evolve here to get rid of that 4x Rock weakness. And I decided to Mega Evolve, and I really was debating between just clicking Dragon Pulse for damage or going for Sunny Day and going with the plan of Zard X. And I decided to click Sunny Day instead, risking, if he is a Water move, it's not going to do anything now to Zard X. Or Water Stab instead of Poison Stab if he's not dual. And he actually goes right for the Haze. So this tells me he's Recover Toxic Haze, and he has to have either Poison move or Water move for damage, and now I'm okay with just going for Dragon Pulse. I didn't think that... I kind of wanted to see what the difference was between Dragon Pulse damage and Solar Beam. He does go right for the Toxic, and it's kind of annoying. It's annoying that I'm letting myself get Toxic like this. And then with the Dragon Pulse damage, I can see too that he can just Recover stall me and Toxic stall me down with this Toxapex and not have a problem in the world. Because I'm only doing around a third with the Dragon Pulse, so I wanted to see now what Solar Beam could do. And if Solar Beam could do over half to this thing, then we can actually beat him with Toxic game. But sadly it's doing roughly the exact same. I was hoping if it dropped him low into red, but if it did that, then I could have beat out the recover strategy, which would have been really nice with Solar Beam. I could have tried to at least. But instead, I'm going to switch out here. I can't really let Zard get too weakened down. And I go into my Plumpy, my Garbodor, because this is the only thing that has really good a super effective move against this. And I can't get Toxic, so that was kind of my plan. He does recover here up to full health. And even though he has the Stunfisk still around, I kind of wanted to click Thunderbolt here and get as much damage on this thing as possible, guessing that maybe he'd stay in, maybe I get a crit, something like that. And we see that the damage is half. And he's not, what do you call it, Black Sludge to get back over half, so it's going to be rolls to kill him from here. The Liquidation and the Sun's not doing anything. But I decided to switch out here and predict him going into his Stunfisk, and I went into my Decidueye again. Even though I'm paralyzed, I knew I could probably still outspeed Stunfisk and take it out. But I kind of wanted to make that prediction. He does switch out here going into the Stunfisk, exactly what I kind of guessed. And it was again here, the Stunfisk was so low, and because the Decidueye is here and threatening a defog, even though I showed I was kind of locked in, he might want to save this for later, which he decided to switch out and do, going back into Toxapex, knowing he can kind of wall anything I want to do. I went for Leaf Blade just for stab, and it was stab neutral against the Toxapex. Spirit Shackle would have done the same, but it really wouldn't have mattered because I didn't really want to stay in here against this anyway. I couldn't do more damage than he could recover. So I go back out into Plumpy just to really threaten him with this. And I was thinking of trying to maybe pull a little bit of a shenanigans and make him think I was going to go for Thunderbolt again, going back out into Stunfisk. But he does recover here to get himself back up to full. I went for Giga Drain because I expected him to switch out into the Stunfisk like last time and just kind of, if I was just going to quick Thunderbolt, it wouldn't have mattered. But sadly he stayed in. He does go right for a Liquidation, so me trying to make that prediction really didn't work out very well for me. And I'm not going to win this Liquidation recover game that he has with just Giga Drain. So I had to go back out into Decidueye. I really don't have anyone else who can take out this Toxapex when it's over like 60% health. So I have to basically wear him down like this, and Decidueye sadly is going to be taking Liquidations. And I would almost rather trade Recovers and Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade damage here, as we can see that's doing, with that crit, it really helped out. Even though he recovered here, that crit really helped because it made him not be able to go back to complete full. But it's like I would rather take this Rocky Helmet damage and Leaf Blade damage to him if I could just wear him down. He decided to switch out here into his Hydreigon. I was a little questionable about that. I didn't know if he would really want to switch out into that. As we can see, I do roughly a third with the Adamant Leaf Blades. Here he went for his Dark Pulse. I was hoping that he would maybe overpredict me going into guard here, or predict me to go into guard here easily, and or something like that. Like I not click the Dark move and risk just guard coming in. But sadly, he just killed what was in front of him, which is perfectly fine. I go into guard here, and I'm going to scare the hell out of him because I probably have Moonblast. 9 times out of 10, I have Moonblast if I have one of my 2 stabs. He's going to switch out here, going into his good old Toxapex. From the Hydreigon, I couldn't tell what his item was because even though I was a Scarfed Decidueye and I was paralyzed, he still went first. So I didn't know if like maybe that meant he was Scarfed, or if somehow with me being Scarfed and paralyzed, he was still outspeeding me. I couldn't tell at that point, which was really annoying, and so it made me assume that he was Scarfed. The Moonblast, as we saw here, wasn't doing anything, even though I got the special attack drop, wasn't doing anything. But he actually did decide to switch out here again into his Stunfisk. I was guessing maybe just to sack it off, but I decided just to wish to get health back to this or to something else later down the line. It just seems like he was ready to sack off the Stunfisk to a Moonblast here. And that's an okay play on his part because he can just bring in the Hydreigon if it is Scarfed and just completely kill me. He can bring in probably the Victini and kill me. So he was probably ready to start doing that at this point, but I wished, so this thing is still around. And because it's still around, he decided to switch out here and go back into his Toxapex, and basically didn't want me to kill it and get full health. And the Moonblast, as we see here, is not going to do, again, anything to this goddamn Toxapex. Fuck you, cool hat. But I do get the special attack drop again, which really doesn't matter because he's Liquidation and a special move. But the Wish does get me higher than I was, even with the poison damage. So now he decides to switch out here with his Toxapex into the Hydreigon, and I was kind of questioning that because of me having Moonblast and just having the Moonblast. Like, if I would have clicked Moonblast there again, it might have been a dead dragon. But I decided to wish to try to pass into something else. Like, it was the point of I decided to wish more to pass into other things than actually quick damage result with Gardevoir here, and he actually does switch out here, guessing that I could just stay in, take a move, and kill him. Going back out into Toxapex, he's just switching in and out of Toxapex to figure out what my sets are, which is really good play on his part. And here, thanks to the wish and everything, even after the pointed stones and all that, I will get Zard up to full within just like one turn of toxic damage to Zard. So he is as healthy as I could get him. And here I decided to Sunny Day here as he switches out into his Hydreigon. I really, really wish I could have quick D-Pulse, and I'll tell you why for the next turn, but I decided to quick Sunny Day here to get, I would kind of stick with the Zard plan of what it was supposed to do. And knowing he has Liquidation, it wouldn't do anything to me at that point. But because of this turn where I found out I am faster, and I click Dragon Pulse, and he's Hayban Berry. If I would have clicked Dragon Pulse the turn before, I would have burned the berry and been fast enough still this turn to kill him, and we would have gotten rid of Hydreigon, or it would have forced him to switch out of Hydreigon early on. But sadly, we trade D-Pulses, and thanks to his berry and me not having one, he will kill my Zardex. Sad season for Zardex, I know, but what can you do? I decided to go out here into Sneasel and get a try to quick power-up punch to see if he'll stay in and get a free +1. That was kind of my goal here. And he decides to stay in, and Ric Flair here will pick up his kill and get a +1 boost with attack. And here I was kind of wondering if I could fake him out with it, with my Z move, and not basically show that I have Focus Punch and make him think it's Z power-up punch at +1. But against this, I feel like I needed to knock it off first to get that Rocky Helmet out. I'll take the Rocky Helmet damage, that's fine. If I get Toxic, whatever. But I needed that Rocky Helmet off of this at all costs. And I needed it shifted down somewhat so that a +1 Z move could do something. And here, I had a little bit of a debate where I could either go for another power-up punch, get my +1, but then potentially die from Liquidation and Poison damage, or I go like I do here, get my Z move off, and see as much damage as I can. I thought I would die with Poison damage plus Liquidation damage, so I felt like I had to get my Z move off here. I don't remember if the sun was up or not at this point. If it was, then I completely forgot about it. If it wasn't, well then I might have still died. But I went for the Z Focus Punch here, and we can see the Z Focus Punch +1 does dick all to Toxapex. So yeah, the sun was still up, so I could have easily lived it. He actually went for Haze, so if I went for the other power-up punch, it would have been worthless anyway. But we can see that the +1 Z Focus Punch doesn't fucking do anything, which is really sad for me to waste it on that. But I felt like I had to get this thing down in health, so I could go out into Sister Abigail here and just basically start Wish Pass back into Plumpy to get him up to higher health and things of the like. And I actually get the Regenerator now too, so that next time I switch out, I'll actually gain health, just like this Toxapex is, which is really nice to be able to trace Regenerator with I'm on like Gardevoir here with this set specifically. But now he recovered to get basically back up to full. Like it's it's basically up to full. Basically anytime Toxapex clicks recovery, I expect it to be back up to full. I go for the wish here, kind of expected him maybe to switch out again, but he decides to stay in and just go right for Liquidation damage. He knows now, by this point, he knows I don't have a Psychic Stab to hit him. I can't hit him really hard with anything besides Moonblast. He may not know what my fourth move is, but he can see like it's either a coverage move or not stab, one of those two. But without being at this low of health, I felt like I couldn't stay in and take a Toxic, or take the Toxic damage plus Liquidation. So I switched into Plumpy, knew I could take a Liquidation easily, or if he recovered, great. But I knew I could take the Liquidation pretty safely. And here, it took it not as well as I wanted to, living on 6, but I do get the wish back to get myself back above half, and I do scare him with the Thunderbolts here. So he does decide to switch out, and I'm pretty sure he switched out into the Stunfisk, and I'm pretty sure this was where I actually clicked Thunderbolt, because I figured, it was the point where I had to guess if he was going to stay in or not, and I guessed wrong. Because usually when he was up to that high of health, he stayed in, so I guessed wrong there. I had to switch out now with Plumpy go into Make-A-Wish, Stuffle, making his debut. Figured why not get him in? He could take an attack and then hopefully kill this thing with the double edge, or really any 2-hit KO or something. We take the Earth Power, which is really nice. That Stuffle can actually take a move. And with the health that he was at and the mons that he had, I was expecting him to maybe go Toxapex, so I just clicked Double Edge, get the strongest stab I could against this team, and I actually pick up a kill with Stuffle. The entire season is worth it to pick up a kill with the Stuffle. That's what I was happy about. And here he goes out into Victini. He really didn't need to switch out or anything, which is fine. Like, he goes into his Victini here and just picks Psychic and kills me, which kind of sucks, but it's like, he had no reason to switch out of the Stun Fist, and, you know, I'm pretty sure he just wanted to give Stuffle a kill anyway, which I'm okay with. But here comes out Ric Flair. Basically, I wanted to make him think I had Pursuit and not the Focus Punch, and make him stay in so I can knock off his item, which would be really great if he had an item I could fucking knock off and not a Z Crystal. So, shout out to Z moves. Actually, he is pretty much fine. He went for a Z move here, and he actually will be going for a Z Sunny Day and get his speed boost. So we actually are both carrying both our fire mons have Sunny Day, which is really kind of funny to see. And here I was like, you know what, he's faster than me. I'm gonna die to poison anyway this next turn. I'm just gonna click Ice Shard and get the chip damage. I'm like, why not? Why not maybe make a crit? Who knows? But we do it, and it literally does not a whole lot of anything. And he does go right for the Solar Beam. So we both had Fire Mons that brought Sunny Day Solar Beam. The difference was his was a Z Sunny Day to get his speed boosted, and mine was a bulky Zard. So, or not bulky Zard, but a special attacking Zard. Who the hell knows? But I got into Gardevoir here, and this is basically game at this point. He can, if he doesn't have Fire move for some reason and he has coverage, then maybe Guard can live, and I can Moonblast him and drop his special attack. But it was the point of he probably has it, and he shows he does have the blue flare. So really, this is gonna kill Guard. We're in the sun, and it's a blue flare, and it's gonna kill him. So this is game at this point. There's really nothing. Not even Plumpy can save us at this point. Even though I am pretty high health, he has Psychic and has Stab Psychic, so I'm gonna die. I basically knew that I was gonna die. I was hoping maybe he would be nice to click Sunny Day to just get Plumpy to have one more attack, but he actually just goes right for the Psychic, gets the kill. No shame on that at all. And with that and everything, we do lose to Kyle 4-0, which was really a lot better than I thought we were gonna do. I was hoping not 6-0 right here, but when I saw the team preview, I was like, son of a bitch, I should not have brought the memes I did. But you know what? It was fine. Stuffle picked up a kill, which was probably the highlight of the entire season for us. And Ric Flair got a nice power-up punch kill, which was kind of cool. Just couldn't do anything with the Z Focus Punch, which was sad. But anyway, good game to Kyle and such to him. I believe with this win, Kyle actually won D2 as well. So good job to him and everything like that. Congrats to Kyle. Check out his links down below to go see his side of the battle, his team builders, and watch his winning season. I believe he started like 0-2, like bad losses in the sense that they probably might not have probably should not have lost them. But then he went on a tear after that. So go check out Kyle and everything down below and such. If you guys enjoyed the season as a whole, got to see Stuffle twice and got to see it actually do something this game, click like and subscribe and stuff. There will be more league battles and stuff. PPL is over for us right now. I don't know when the new season is starting, but we will be coming back stronger as ever. I'm gonna miss this team. I might draft Stuffle on the next one just because it's a Stuffle. But there will be more league content from other leagues as we've shown on the channel already. So don't be worried about stuff missing out from that. There will be other stuff as well. Hopefully some more streams coming up in the next few weeks. I know our Drunk Walk stream is going pretty well now, at least once a week with that. And then Dishonored, I started that Let's Play because I've had that game on my computer for fucking almost a year and a half now and I've never played it. So I started that, so I hope you guys are interested in stuff like that. Things are coming on the channel, not just Pokemon. That's the thing. The Pokemon stuff will probably be like more stream highlights. I believe me and Jack are going to be able to finally get our time schedules working to bring back the SOS lock again, and then maybe league content. That'll be probably what the Pokemon will consist of for the current future, and then everything else will be kind of random games I find on my computer, games other people have, and we can play with each other and well, that sounded weird. Play games with each other. Whatever, you know what I mean. But anyway, thank you guys for coming out. I'm Carson, it's Toxic Gaming. And as always, you guys stay toxic. We'll see you guys.